Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
PJ Tucker opting out of his $7.4 million player option for the 2022 season, entering free agency per Shams. Several championship contenders expected to compete for Tucker, who was a key part of Milwaukee's title run in 21. He was a member of the Miami Heat this past year. He could stay in Miami. He could go and try to, sign for more money, which could be a possibility if he likes Miami, likes the culture, if they're willing to throw a bag his way. But you never know what happens when a guy gets to free agency. So my question to all of you out there is, should the Sixers go out and target a guy like PJ Tucker? Well, it's pretty funny you say that, because when I pull up a quote from Mr. Joel Embiid following the Sixers and Heat series, right? We remember, all the talks about the lack of mental toughness with this team. We've been talking about a bunch of dogs that we need, right? I've been talking about guys that we could go out and get. PJ Tucker should be atop the list. Why? As you can see right here, Joel Embiid, quote, "I'd be lying if I said that we've had those types of guys," right? Remember that little tangent that Joel went on talking about PJ Tucker and his impact, his effect, not a guy who's going to fill up the stat sheet, but the energy type of guy. I've been calling for a player like this for 2 years. I thought George Niang showed a little bit of that grit and toughness, but PJ Tucker, man, he's just a straight dog. I think he would come in here and impact the game. I think he would impact the game, and I think he'd be a great option if the Sixers could go out and get him. In addition to that, guess what? He's another Daryl Morey guy. If you guys checked out my last video, we talked about Eric Gordon, the potential of a trade. We're going to hit on more of that tonight. But Daryl Morey, he loves those guys from the Houston Rockets. PJ Tucker with them for 4 years. Daryl Morey was the guy who signed him in free agency. Who knows, man? I know Daryl Morey's going to make a call. I know he's going to make a call. Question is, do the Sixers have enough pull to go out there and get a guy like PJ Tucker? Well, when you look at the limited free agent market right now, this is a guy that you need to make a little sweet offer to, if you can. If you can. And now that he's technically available, everything is on the table. Everything is on the table. And in addition, here's some more insight into that. Shout out to Brian Toprick. He says, if PJ Tucker is turning down the $7.4 million, that's the player option from the Miami Heat, that means the taxpayer mid-level $6.4 likely won't be enough to get him. So in terms of the Sixers perspective, if James Harden opts in, which it is, rumored that he will, they would have to salary dump a guy like Korkmaz and take no salary back to have the non-tax mid-level to offer PJ Tucker. There's things that go into it, but if you want to upgrade your roster, get a guy who can knock down some shots. Sure, he's a little bit inconsistent, but I do know every night he's going to bring that energy. PJ Tucker, a guy definitely on the radar. I think Daryl Morey will make the call. And that is how I feel regarding PJ Tucker.
Perfect.